correctly. He's had a couple of, he's sort of had an up and down in terms of the events. Last year, he finished top 8 in Manchester, got his place in the playoffs there. I think he was quite ill at Amsterdam last season for the playoffs, so didn't perform to his best ability there. But since FIFA 17, really, since he's been competing, he's been making events. Paris, Madrid, Manchester, Barcelona, Amsterdam, London, here in Hamburg right now. He makes events. That's one thing that he's very, very good at. He's hit a semi-final before. If he hits another semi-final here in Hamburg, he's probably booking a grand final position.
Yeah, he is indeed. Well, here we go then. We are on the way for round 4 of our Swiss format. And it's the two Hashtah teammates up against each other. There was 3 of them actually involved on the Xbox side of things, including Ryan, who didn't start off too well today, but has turned it around now. Just beat Ajax Danny in the 3rd round in the 3-2 victory across the 2 legs there.
He's also 2-1. All 3 Hashtah United players are 2-1 in this stage right now.
And it will be Shawrey in that red strip from right to left, getting us underway. And of course, in the game, the Hashtah kits up. Hashtag Harry will be shooting from left to right. We knew that Harry really enjoyed those crosses for a period of time back at the LQE as well. Love to just get the ball out on the far hand side. Little scoop, as a number of pros have tried. And it seems to work very, very well because he Havertz a starter for him.
And it looks like early doors, Hullet in at left back for Hashtag Harry. Danny Da Costa in at right back. Havertz starting for him, getting Da Costa on full chemistry. It looks like Modric is going to be in CDM.
Look at Danny Da Costa bomb on forward. He's just had a slightly heavy touch there to send it out for a goal kick, but shows the intent from the word go from Harry.
You might be thinking, why is somebody using Hullet at left back? He just offers the height. He's probably, I've talked about it before, you're putting a plaster over the back post. He's probably the biggest plaster that you can put over that back post cross because he's so strong in the air. He's so good when it comes to aerially battling, when it comes to out-strengthening a man.
Coqueta or 2, all 3. It was time green in the end, but straight into the hands of David Haya. You can see Danny Da Costa at left back, and then Dumfries at right back for Shawrey there. That's how he's chose to play. Sometimes we'll see a Rafael Varane out at left back, or as we've seen, the likes of Tellez, even Militao. Great feat once again from R9, but no way through.
If you are using Hullet at left back, you're missing out on arguably the most impactful centre midfielder in the game. In Ruud Hullet, whether that be CDM, centre mid, or going further forward as a cam.
So, because he's playing Modric next to him, but he's kind of a bit like Vieira, can still play there, but he does miss Hullet. They kind of need each other there in that 2 CDM. 4-2-3-1, which is normally the meta formation. So many players have used this year. Speaking of Hullet, he will lay that free kick short to Neymar. Another naughty tackle comes in, this time from Havertz. And he'll be into the referee's book early on, 18 minutes in. He's the man that scored an incredible goal, an equaliser for Dolomic that took him to a penalty shootout against Sterren Status. And he actually went and won that one in the end. Dolomic, people said one tournament wonder there, Richard. He's backing up again at the playoffs.
Yeah, and backing up a 3-0 Swiss record as well.
Alongside that, other names that have been doing really well today. Tex, Desari. So good. We haven't even seen him on stream.
3 free kicks in a row here that Harry's conceded against Shawrey.
Here's Neymar. Well, he looked to cross that in. He's pulled out Danny Da Costa, who's completely out of his right back position now. Ronaldo back to goal. Just seems a little bit nervous to take a shot. Didn't really know what he wanted to do with it. Sure he did.
Yeah, it seemed as though he were executing things, but it just weren't actually happening for him on the edge of the box there. The passes looked very, very slow in around the final third.
Dispossessed once more. And sure, he did make one event last year. He played in Manchester at the FUT Champions Cup.
Sure, he's one of the type of players as well that it takes him a little while to adjust to the game, but when he has adjusted to it, he's very, very solid. He might not be an early riser, but when it gets about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that's where he's motoring.
Also, if you look at the E-Premier League, they're both playing for different teams this year. Unfortunately, Harry didn't have the success at Everton. However, she's sure he did fantastic things down at Leicester. Lovely ball. Is this the left back of Ruud Gullit? Running on, bombing on forward and smashing it into the back of the net. From left back. I've seen it a few times. The left and right backs have been making attacking runs in his opening 30 minutes or so, Richard. Ruud Gullit just kept running. He just didn't stop.
You see that tiny bit of goalkeeper movement, almost expecting the finesse shot just to guide it into that bottom left corner, but as soon as he moved, he waited. Harry anticipated, he waited and waited. He played the patient game. Shawrey anticipated the shot, smashed it into that left corner.
It is a real tough one, isn't it? When you're one-on-one, how do you move your goalkeeper? You've just got to try and delay it as long as you can, then you have to guess away.
That's another poor pass as well from Shawrey there.
Could he make him pay again? There's that run from R9. He will find R9 for Harry. Timed it yellow. Just couldn't really get all the way around Ruud Gullit. Tried to just out-muscle him, but unfortunately couldn't do that. Cricketa away for Cristiano Ronaldo. Just blocked Neymar.
You see that shake of the head as well from Shawrey. He knows that he's just rushing a couple of things in the final third right now.
If you have just joined us, this is the Xbox One FIFA 19 Global Series playoffs. We are in round 4 of our Swiss format. See, today is all about Swiss. Get 4 wins, get yourself into the knockouts. And both of these players are 2-1 at the moment. 2 wins to 1 defeat in the competition.
So it looks like Harry's using team of the season Cancelo and Modric, I want to say.
What, number 24 on your screen? You can just see him, yeah.
As his 2 CDMs.
He was actually one of the drops today, one of the Twitch drops. I just saw Jan Cancelo. I think you're honestly right, Rich. I think he's done it right back. A mistake there. Luckily gets away with it, as Harry.
It's Danny Da Costa playing right back.
Yeah.
It's Gullit playing at left back, and then it looks like Cancelo and Modric.
So there's no Vieira?
No Vieira in the team.
There's no Vieira even on the pitch. You've got Gullit in at left back. I guess if need be, you could play one of them out of position and move Gullit into centre midfield or CDM, depends on what you're playing. It's certainly interesting indeed. Cancelo. And it's CDM. In comes that corner. Ronaldo and Van Dijk battle in the air, but it will be Ronaldo.
As well, and you saw it coming out from him. Smothered it, and then a little bit of frantic play inside the box. Danny Da Costa cleaning up for his goalkeeper for Shawrey.
That was definitely a chance wasted. He could have maybe looked to chip the keeper, but it was all rushed on the rebound. Lucky enough for Shawrey, there was someone there just to make the block, as R9 tried to bring that finesse in to extend his lead. There is a second leg to this game, let's not forget that. Can he find that ball out wide to Havertz? Yes, he can. He's on a yellow card. He's timed it red, though, and that's never going to be trouble in the goalkeeper.
Yeah, as soon as You see that red icon flash up. It's not going to be good news for you, really. You've seen Maldini in at centre half as well. A very interesting selection for both of these two.
Very interesting teams, aren't they? Just saw there, Rich, a stat came up. 6 shots for Harry, 0 for Shawrey. That certainly needs to change in this next 30 minutes. And Shawrey wants any chance of getting a goal back.
You only need one shot, though. You only need to break down your opponent at once, and if you're clinical and take that chance,
it can bring you straight back into the game. Havertz back to Dumfries. Seen him used in pretty much everyone's team today. Just seems like there's no one in the centre of the box there. He's waiting for someone to make a run inside, but
just looking for the volley there, looking for that little dink up into the first-time volley. Another sort of strategy that a lot of players have employed, which is another super, super effective way of scoring. I think probably first we saw Ajax Danny doing it back in January. And then so many more players have taken that. They've integrated the timed finishing aspect into the volley shot itself.
We saw it a little bit in the Champions League, didn't we? It was Havertz that was coming in off the wing and just volleying it straight into the back of the net. It was Nightwatch that time using it. Here's a chance for Shawrey now. Got 2 men on him, Van Dijk and Ruud Gullit.
You just look at no support. If you look at it there, he's pinged the ball down the line, Havertz. He's almost right into a little bit of cul-de-sac because he's got no options going out of that. He's having to drag back, he's having to scoop turn just to create time to get other players up and joining him.
It's a clever ball back there, just in the end to De Gea. I think you're most definitely right. It's a few times now I've seen him go out wide. There's no one in the middle of the pitch. It's like you want Ronaldo to make that dart and run inside so he can get onto a header. Just looking at his formation as he's playing it. Mbappe is his out-and-out striker.
Neymar in behind, and then CR7 as that left cam.
Seems slightly isolated. Well, he's Mbappe now, trying to make that run off his man. Raphael Varane, a fellow Frenchman. Just sticking in the leg there. Let's get it gone for a throw-in.
Both players adopting Modric.
20 minutes left. There's the shot. Just like a huge deflection. Yet to have a proper shot on target, Shawrey, in this match. Something that
seems
I'm sure
very, very scrappy.
Improve upon.
It's the sort of thing that the sort of game that you'd expect to see from two teammates who know each other so well.
Probably sparred against each other as well. Played so many games. Especially coming into this tournament, the hashtag setup that they've got. There's a mistake from Harry. Has to take the most of this now. Neymar. He did bait the tackle from Varane, and it was straight from behind. Didn't look like a nice tackle at all, but wouldn't surprise me if it's only a yellow. He tried just to flick it up there and cross it into the box. What he's probably been waiting to do for a lot of this game. Huge, huge roar there. We've got a game between Marcus Gomes and Zidane behind us. Zidane, a huge vamel.
And it was Zidane, I think, who did just score there.
Certainly needs to get his tournament going, does the Spaniard. Great feet. Once again, Neymar. Dazzling footwork.
Oh.
You're thinking if he goes down there, could have been maybe a penalty shout.
Looks like a definite penalty shout for me. The McGeady spin inside the box, the close control, and then 3 Lacroquetas back to back. Seems as though sometimes when you're doing skill moves, you execute the skill move, and if you're fouled while the skill move's still taking place, sometimes it won't go down as a foul. Just to coming together.
There's another threaded through ball down the line. And he could be played back inside. Here's a chance for Modric. Will he be the man to take shot from distance? 2 or 3 Lacroquetas into a time finish, but I think it was on his weak foot in the end. Did take a deflection anyway. And just see Danny Da Costa there. He's been moved out of position. He won't be near the front post anymore. Played as far as the edge of the box. Flicked onto Van Dijk. Van Dijk on the other side for sure. He'll play back. And in the end, looks like Dumfries was just happy to play back inside there to David De Gea. 5 minutes left, and it has been so scrappy, this game. And
that, once again, with the inclusion of Van Dijk, just goes to show how real-life performance can affect FIFA meta as well, because Van Dijk in November, in December, simply wasn't used. If his team of the year wasn't really that used, when he got that player of the year, when he got that team of the season, he came in
and
to a lot of squads.
Yeah. Neymar. Ronaldo just happy just to keep the ball, but no way through.
I love how aggressive he's Harry in his tackles. He's not afraid to go to ground. He's not afraid to pick up a booking, pulling players out of position to close down the ball. I expect to switch a play here.
This game is sat perfectly into a second leg. There's only one goal being scored. Yep, that is Cancelo in a CDM role, playing alongside Luka Modric. No Vieira involved. Hullit's at left back. Last chance of the game, and that will be full time. One goal between the two, Richard. I don't think, honestly, Shawrey had a shot on target. It was all Harry really creating the chances, and as we said, it was just scrappy. There wasn't really anything big to talk about there. Hopefully the second leg comes alive.
Yeah, 100%. I think if you look at each other, they definitely know how each other play. I think you didn't see a lot of El Tornadoes. You didn't see a lot of scoop crosses. Maybe gentleman's agreement, potentially, as well. Look, if you're not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. I'm not too sure, but potentially you could see something like that going into a game like this. We'll look at some of the highlights. Hashtag Harry did take a 1-goal lead coming into the second leg. Let's see how that goal was scored by him.
And this was Ruud Gullit. Obviously, you don't need us to explain who Ruud Gullit is, that prime icon moment. He's in a left back, and he's just made a huge run all the way up the field just to connect onto that through ball and just to smash it straight back into the back of the net. His was the second half, and as we said, this was quite a scrappy matchup. His was the big chance. If you're thinking chip it over the keeper, I think he tried to do that.
I think that is a dink shot, yeah, and it's just been smothered really well by the goalkeeper. And pretty much, if Shawrey gets that early goal, I can see us going extra time penalties here, because there wasn't a lot to write home about in that first game. That's the crux of it.
There really wasn't, indeed. You can just see the difference in both players there. Harry's just been able to just lay back a little bit in between matches after. I can assure you he hasn't been laying back when he's been playing the whole time there. 90 more minutes left, Richard. There's only 1 goal scored so far in our main stage here. It's the two Hashtag guys going up against each other in round 4 of Swiss. Both are 2-1. Of course, you would love to go 3-1. You're only 1 win away then from getting yourself into day 2, getting yourself into knockouts, extra global series ranking points for both of these, who are outside of the top 16. We must add that as well.
It will be Hashtag Shawrey kicking from left to right, a little change of the kits. Shawrey now in the Hashtag kit, and it's Harry in the Liverpool strip from right to left.
So just looking here, they are literally neck and neck on the rankings, Richard. Hashtag Harry 28th, Shawrey 29th. There might be roughly about 150 points between them, but in the rankings, they are next door to each other. So that kind of explains how both their seasons have been. They've both been very contested throughout of it.
Been consistent,
yeah,
but nothing out of this world, if you look at their seasons.
Here's Shawrey. Tried to connect with that through ball, and that's one thing that I've always picked up from Harry's games over the last 12 months or so, how composed he is in the box. He's happy just to keep the ball and work out instead of just simply rushing and giving away possession, as so many pros have done in the past. I'm sure you would have seen it on online qualifiers as well.
And I think that playing out of the back came a little bit from when Tass was one of his teammates at Hashtag United. Tass known for playing out of the back, never clearing the ball long, a lot of switches of play. I think Harry's definitely adopted that.
Shawrey. Yeah, it's most definitely something we talked about last year a lot as well, because everyone used to just throw the ball out with their goalkeeper, just a simple throw, but all the time they'd lose possession. You can just see the crazy goalkeeper movement there with Harry, just trying to ensure there's no front post flick on. He's done that a few times now, Shawrey. Just a little flick of the stick in the box. What can he create? An inch of space, and he's fallen into that trap. Virgil van Dijk. And according to this is Hashtag Harry. Could be 2-0 up. He is 2-0 up. The kit's nearly fooled me, but the scoreline certainly is, and it is 2-0 to Hashtag Harry now. I was expecting them to keep in the same kits, but it is Shawrey now in the Hashtag kit. Harry will be in that Liverpool shirt, which for me, he's an Everton fan, and why I'd be happy to play in that kit at all, but it doesn't matter. Luka Modric will stand up. He'll slot it away and then extend the lead to 2-0.
Yeah, nice little short corner played in to the box, and that quick elastico just caught Shawrey off guard. He went in, a little bit of contact inside the box. Luka Modric steps over it. Luka Modric slots it home. And Hashtag Harry doubles his lead 15 minutes into this 2-1 round 4 Swiss matchup here in Hamburg.
Yeah, exactly that indeed, Richard. And you can still see that team lined up with Ruud Gullit in at left back for Hashtag Harry. Kriketa into R9. Kriketa or two away from his man, or three. Needs a shot it. Cancelo just so calm, so patient, and just gets the ball in the end.
In fact, he's done that a little bit, Shawrey, in these matchups. He's getting into the box, he's doing a Kriketa, he's doing another Kriketa, he's doing another Kriketa, he's doing a drag back, a McGeady spin, whatever it may be, whatever skill move he's got in his arsenal, there's just no final product. There's no shot. There's no final pass across the box. It's great until you get to the final stop.
That's exactly what Harry's been able to do. He's just been able to sit off, and then when the time's right, he'll make that tackle, and 9 times out of 10, he's won it so far. That's why at the end of that last game, Shawrey didn't even have a shot on target. Yeah. It was Harry that was creating all the chances. That's why he's 2-0 up right now.
He's in again.
Maldini's going to get outpaced by R9. Tried to like an accelerated fake shot around his man, but Maldini was able to recover from it. Scoop down the line. Gullit's going to be out of position. Will he play to Havertz? Yes, he will. Look at that from Cancelo. He might be a CDM, but he's always got a defensive aspect to his game. Of course, that's a fullback from Juve. Probably the only player I've seen use him in a CDM role.
Yeah, I'd be very interested. I'm not sure how he's lining up. So he's got 2 right backs on the pitch. As Harry right now, he's got Da Costa and Cancelo. So unless potentially Cancelo's playing over at left back on 5 chemistry to start the game, 6 chemistry with...
Look at Cancelo, that run now.
The right links.
Look at the run he's making. I've seen that so many times from Harry's players. They're just happy to get forward, happy to make that ongoing run. That's how he scored his first goal. It was Ruud Gullit from left back. It is certainly a talking point indeed, Harry's team. As you said, whether he's matched up differently then moves the players around positions as soon as he gets into the game.
He's probably just got his like ultra defensive custom tactics set for the specific players in that team.
Here we go. Here's a chance.
It's Pen.
There we go. Harry's saying he's done nothing wrong, but we know how the La Croqueta can be this year, how difficult it can be to read. Do you dive in? Do you make a tackle? And it was something that we have complimented Harry on a lot of the time. He has been very aggressive in the way he's played. He's had a lot of success from it. Here's a chance for Havertz. No, no. That is not what Shawrey needs.
He decided to take it very, very early. As soon as he got out of the replay, he had that power bar lined up.
That's not going to help him at all mentally. 2-0 down. He's given away a penalty in this game. He's just won a penalty, and if he concedes now, it'll be even worse. Lucky enough, Ronaldo just kind of got his legs tangled up. Delayed the pass slightly, so David Gea could just easily jump on that and collect it with no problems at all.
That's a real kick in the teeth as well for Shawrey. You get the penalty, you miss the penalty. I feel like sometimes you're wishing, just don't bring me down there. Just if you're going to give a penalty away, let me just play advantage, ref. Let me just score the goal, because it's a pretty much goal scoring opportunity if you don't get brought down. Someone of R9's quality in the box.
Here's Harry again. What did you just say?
R9 in the box.
And his quality?
He's a fox, some would say.
Well, he's timed it green.
Let you finish the sentence.
And he smashed it straight into the back of the net with R9. He said he had quality, and just like that, I don't think it would be a curse, to be honest. It'd be a helping hand from the commentator. 40 minutes in, and it's 3-0 to Hashtag Harry in this Hashtag matchup. Penalty missed, a penalty gave away for Shawrey, and simply just not enough chances created in that first match. There's still plenty of time left, do not get me wrong. Just has Shawrey got enough?
Does he have the firepower? That's what I'm asking.
He gets round to this area now. Kriketa away. There we go.
Hashtag Shawrey.
And the first goal he's actually scored across these 2 legs as well, Richard. He's tried that a number of times. He's got around the edge of the box. He's tried to kind of Kriketa his way past a few players. And just because I think it was that centre-half of Varane, he pulled himself out slightly too much. He just showed him a dummy. Kriketa away and straight into the back of the net.
Show me what you're made of right now as we do approach half-time. If you're wondering what that flickering is on your screen, there in the laser zone.
It's not a bad TV. It's the kind of main area of our stage. There's lasers all around it. And it really is starting to heat up here in Hamburg. 2 minutes of added time left. And this leg has been so much better than the first. It really has come to life. 3 goals in 45 minutes of FIFA time. Hashtah Harry in the lead at the moment. He saved the penalty, he scored a penalty. And he also scored 2 goals.
Referee just blowing up half-time there. 45 minutes left for Shawrey to salvage something if he's going to get back into this game. Here, a big roar from behind me.
He's not too happy at all.
Is that Mr.
Harry
Zidane,
there,
I think?
So I think that is Zidane. It's the loud roars coming from the Spaniard who, as we said, was runner-up of the Virtual La Liga tournament this year. He was placed in a fantastic position as well in the top 16. At the moment, I think he's leading against Marcus Gomes.
Ajax Joey is playing in an elimination game.
Wow, who's he up against?
Right now. Playing against
one of the FIFA Online guys who obviously
One Chance Son.
Got involved in the tournament. Back to goal. Oh, wicked deflection. From an original shot from Havertz, but of course, if you didn't know, top 60 from the Global Series, plus obviously those FIFA Online tournaments, part of the Global Series as well, the Champions Cups. 4 players made their way over to Hamburg and will be in Berlin as well. Unfortunately, it hasn't been a good tournament for those guys. 0-3 for most of them. Cristiano Ronaldo now happily to pick up the box and run into the opposing half. This is Shawrey. Needs 2 goals to send this to extra time.
Good ball out wide. He's moving the ball very nicely right now, Shawrey. Seems to be picking his passes with a lot more purpose. In around the box.
Modric into Cristiano Ronaldo. Scoop turn away. Great control from R9. He was the goal scorer, the only goal scorer for Shawrey in these 2 legs.
Well, he's pulled.
Da Costa's way out of position there. There's the through ball into Cristiano.
Look at the back post. I think that's a good foul. That's a really good foul, that.
A free kick going back. Just a bit of a body check in the end from Dumfries. This has to give him some confidence. Shawrey's been able to deal with Harry's attacks, using the cricketer in the right way. Oh, that was the ball.
I think Virgil van Dijk might have got his toe on that as it went through.
Because Neymar was off.
He were in on goal.
Neymar was ready to just drive forward with the ball and potentially score another goal and really tying up this match. This is where Harry can really just calm it down. See out the match. He's enough experience in tournaments. Take the sting out of the game. Use possession in the right areas. And, you know, naturally, Shawrey will... He's going to naturally pressure you. He's going
to have to throw players forward because not only are you ticking down the time right now, but you're also ticking down Shawrey's fuse. I need to get this ball back. I have to. I'm getting annoyed. I'm pulling players out of position. That's what happens when you play against somebody who's just knocking it around the back, full back to full back, into midfield, go back to the defence.
That's the through ball to Cristiano. See, even if he gets those few yards on Danny Da Costa, he's still making them up.
I've noticed that about Harry's game a lot as well. He's not afraid to go to ground.
Make a tackle, not even a lunge, a slide tackle. Havertz now, play inside. Maldini, ball just got stuck in between his legs. Lucky enough it fell back to David De Gea. If that goes through to R9, that's going to be a certain goal.
20 minutes left, roughly, in this second leg.
Mbappe's making that run again, but I feel like he needs that extra man in the attack.
And that's where CDM João Cancelo comes in for you, because his defensive attributes as a CDM perfectly matches this scenario you're in right now. You're holding a 2-goal lead with 20 minutes left.
Cancelo, great feet, drag back. Modric plays the one more, and that could be game over. That's the hashtag Harry we know. Lovely ball, played that one more pass to Havertz. Didn't even need to time it, just smashed it into the roof of the net. And that was the breaking play that Harry needed just to kind of conclude this match. Pulled over Danny Da Costa, as you can see, opened up the space. And just like that, straight into the back of the net.
Game, set, and match right there. Hashtag Harry.
But it's still laser focused.
Minus a capitulation will be moving on to a 3-1 record and 1 win away from booking his place, I should say, in bracket play tomorrow.
Yeah, probably not the matchup they wanted, but you said it perfectly. As long as it was an elimination game when they played against each other, two very good friends, teammates. And Hashtag United, they're literally next door to each other in the Global Series rankings as well. About 150 points between them. And he's going to be moving forward. 4-1 win into round number 5. He'll only need one more win to send him into the knockouts. Shawrey, though, he'll be 2-2, so back to the drawing board for him. One more goal for Harry, maybe.
Great
Why
save.
not? Take the shot with a bullet there. Timed it green. Straight at the keeper, though. Lucky enough he got something onto it. Modric. Back to the Costa. Drag back. Hello, hello. Skills are all out on show from Harry.
Another thing with Cancelo as well, he offers that 4-star skill moves. He offers the La Triqueta, the close control dribbling.
There's that run. Look at R9. Surprised he didn't play earlier. Well, Modric has been dragged out to this kind of right cam area as well. Cancelo from distance, why not? Superb one-touch football with it. Dumfries, awful heavy touch from him. Neymar tries to link up with his fellow Brazilian R9 again, but no luck. As we've said, if anything, it will be a consolation. And nothing more than that. R9 into Modric. Wanted to play one more out wide, but Da Costa kind of just faked to go inside. Didn't, in fact, stuck with the man.
On the far side, I think
And
it's
here we go
Cancelo.
again. Modric, great feet. You wanted to find that run of Cristiano Ronaldo. Hullet, first man to the ball again.
Every single 50-50.
They've just made it
All
so
the-
hard for any of the attacking players for Shawrey.
All the
That whole
small
back line.
touches have all gone Harry's way. Feels as though everything's going against you right now. The offsides, the free kicks, the fouls. Sometimes it feels like FIFA just goes that way and it doesn't go your way.
I was going to say those little fouls as well that will just tick the clock down and build frustration for Shawrey. 2 minutes left, plus added time. Hashtag Harry moves into round 5 with a 3-1 record. And Shawrey kind of pretty much back to a 0-0 point here. 2-2.
2-2, yeah. 2 wins to send him through, 2 wins to send him home.
And the question is, who will he face next? Will any of them maybe face Ryan? Because Ryan was in a similar position as well. You know, he was 2-1. So how will he look after this round? If Harry has to play Ryan or the opposite way round, that's not going to be a nice one.
Another reason that this is a good time for this game to come now is because you can't play each other twice, the same player again in Swiss. So if both of these players do end up going 3-3, they know that they're going to avoid each other.
And there we go. Hashtag Harry, congratulations. A really impressive performance, especially in the first half as well. Of things, the first leg, when it wasn't really, no one really put their foot on the game. It was quite a scrappy game, tackles flying in, but he defended well. He created more chances than Shawrey across the 2 legs, and